As we're just about ready to start out the second half of this duel, it's Jacob Morrissey, 19th ranked, taking on number 1 Vincenzo Joseph, the reigning national champion at 165 pounds.
Yeah, this should be a pretty good match for Vincenzo Joseph, but depending where you look at, Morrissey ranked, probably sure be a tough match early on, but Vincenzo Joseph should get the win.
Quick 2 for Vincenzo Joseph, not even 10 seconds in here in the first period of our 6th bout of the evening. And Penn State out to that 19-6 lead. They came from behind, started out down 6-0, having to forfeit at 125 pounds.
Yeah, and from there on, it's been great wrestling there. Obviously tough to have a couple guys sick at 125, but been great wrestling there from here on out.
Looking for the turn is Joseph. Morrissey in some trouble early on, just 40 seconds in.
Yeah, and Joseph, one of those guys in Penn State's lineup, it's a little more brutish. You saw right there, goes after double leg takedown, goes in, completely turns Morrissey to try to get the a pin combination there. So one of the few wrestlers that is his big attribute is his strength.
You see the differing philosophies here for Vincenzo Joseph. It's one takedown, he's going to try to turn you, whereas Zane Rutherford, we saw, was catch and release.
And I think that goes back to that brute strength thing. Being very strong usually means also the conditioning isn't as great with some wrestlers, so try to go in and end the match pretty quickly there. Has a nice throw by there to get the takedown.
Vincenzo got a hold of the headlock and a throw. 6-1, he's ahead about a minute and a half into this first period.
You can see as you go up there, guys try to get more pin combinations as you go up the ladder in terms of weight. Here you see Joseph trying to get an arm in there. Has him pressed down nice, got a hold of the head there, turn him a little bit, maybe try to contract him down and get a little bit of a tilt going to get some back points. But Joseph, a very aggressive wrestler.
Joseph battled off some injuries earlier in the season. Came back to win the Southern Scuffle, and then just last Friday took down Logan Massa, 5th ranked from Michigan, a 12-3 win.
Very good win there from Joseph, showing again why he's the reigning champion. A very dominant match from Joseph against Massa there, but now coming in here against Morrissey, showing again more of that dominance.
Thinking back to last year, Joseph taking that national championship in stunning fashion, pinning Isaiah Martinez. I don't think many could have predicted that. Joseph had lost 2 close matches earlier in the season to Martinez before that big win.
Yeah, and going back to that strength thing, Vincenzo Joseph went to what he knows best, and he threw Martinez down, had him in a trip, got him down to the ground, and as soon as he had the trip, rolled him over really quick, got him in a cradle, and pinned him. It was the quickest exchange of movements I've ever seen to win a national championship.
Stall warning called moments ago on Jacob Morrissey, and Vincenzo going back to work on the tilt. He leads things here 8-2, final 5 seconds of the first.
Dominant first period here from Joseph, and no surprise there, Morrissey struggling with the powerful Joseph.
And in a 3-minute first period, Vincenzo Joseph collects 2 minutes and 29 seconds of riding time.
And that is big. Mentioned last week, Mark Hall needed that riding time in order to win against Miles Amine. So as of right now, it doesn't look that way, but you never know with the way things turn in a wrestling match. It could come back and be very important.
Some blood time here for Joseph. Dan Montley, the trainer for the Nittany Lions, taking a peek at him. So we get a stoppage before the start of this second period. Penn State really had to respond, and we talked about it before. Devin Schnupp, he's had a tough start, going 1-11, and wasn't able to go tonight for the Nittany Lions. So it's not something that they aren't used to, but they're looking for Carson Kuhn possibly to provide an answer, and Kuhn still has to certify, get through some more paperwork before he's ready to go. He has to pass a hydration test as well. That all before he can start to wrestle for Penn State at 125. But Kuhn, the Boise State transfer, also has battled plenty of injuries. 3 surgeries during his time as a wrestler, only 13-8.
Yeah, and Kuhn, you talked about all the connections he has and the way he grew up in terms of wrestling. So a very developed wrestler, but someone you just want to try to press all that paperwork through as quick as possible, get him out of the mat. Very exciting wrestler.
Joseph again showing off that brute brute strength for another takedown. He leads things 11-2, 30 seconds into the second period.
Good awareness here from Joseph. Try to work his toes back. And you see Morrissey trying to fight to get out of bounds and get a reset in the center of the mat. But Joseph doing a good job staying on his toes and pulling Morrissey back in.
Another stall called on Morrissey makes it a 12-2 lead for Vincenzo Joseph.
Joseph has wrist control on the bottom, so hard for Morrissey to post up and try to get an escape. But you now see Joseph kind of letting him up a little bit here. Going to go back to work, gets takedown.
9-point lead for Vincenzo Joseph. Final minute of the second period.
Oftentimes you'll see that as a reset of guys, trying to work in his wrist control, not quite anything going there. So they get out, try to get more points on the takedown and reset and go back to work.
A few fakes from Joseph. For now, he shoots in high crotch. And two more. Vincenzo Joseph showing off here. He leads it by 11. We've still got an entire third period of wrestling left and 30 seconds left in the second.
He's going after the pin very aggressively, so I wouldn't say he's shooting for the tech fall here, but anything could happen.
Few swipes here for Joseph. He's breaking out the bow and arrow. 20 seconds left in the second period.
Chest to chest. He's got to sit back a little bit more. He is a little far over Morrissey. See if he can try to get back a little bit, try to reset and get Morrissey back.
4 near fall points come for Vincenzo Joseph, and that's enough for the technical fall to come with just 2 seconds left in the second period. Joseph, I'm sure, will tell you he wanted that pin, but a tech fall doesn't hurt either.
Now 6 versus 5, and when you get down towards it here, 1 point isn't going to make the difference to go down the stretch, but really talk about the competition in the room. It's all about who can get more bonus points. It's a friendly competition between everyone else in the wrestling room at Penn State more than anyone else out here.